Hey, thanks so much for joining us. Deb Bundy here.
Jennifer Sloan.
Yay. So we're so happy that we're watching this with us right now. We're so happy that you came to visit our Facebook page. And if it's your first time, then you're probably wondering what it's all about. And this video is being done so that we can share that with you.
Yeah, we're very excited to tell you more about who we are and what our goals are for our Facebook page and our group, and to give you a little bit of like how we're excited how video, voice, and bot are really helping us grow our business.
Exactly. And we know that if it's helping us, that it can help you too. And we're super excited about sharing that information with you.
Yes, we were at a point where we talk about, like how is our Facebook page working for our businesses, and what kind of engagement were we getting, and we were generally just using like static posts and things like that, and I wasn't getting the kind of engagement I wanted. How about you, Deb?
Nope, me either.
Yeah, and so we were kind of like investigated ways that we could do better, and that's kind of to start with. That's how we kind of start thinking about doing more live videos on our pages and for our businesses and things like that.
Yeah, video's been huge for me in my business. And in terms of helping people get to know who I am as a person, who I am as a businesswoman, who I am as an entrepreneur, I think video is one of the most powerful things that we can use.
hmm I think so too. And I think, because you can really express the genuineness of your personality, you can develop a more human connection with your audience.
Mhm.
And so I think it's really been helpful for me too. Now, what about people that aren't necessarily comfortable on video? How do we help them?
Well, I'm passionate about that because I wasn't comfortable when I started, and I still get butterflies. I still like think too hard about it. And I have this saying that I always tell my kids, you get good at what you do. And the first time you do anything, a lot of things you're scared, right? I can think of a lot, I'm an introvert. So that when I go to a party, I'm always nervous about that. And I'm, way too old to like be nervous about going to a party, but because I'm so introverted, it's something I have to get over every time I do it because I don't want it to stop me from doing it, right? And Facebook Live is kind of like that. I might have butterflies. I might like, what if I make a fool of myself? We all think crazy things, but it's the kind of thing where I look at the promise at the other end. The promise at the other end of making those connections at the party is I'm going to meet a new friend tonight, or I'm going to be able to help somebody tonight, or I'm going to be inspired tonight by new people that I meet or old friends that I connect with. And Facebook Live is the same thing. I think about the end that's in mind where I'm going to meet new people on Facebook Live today, or I'm going to be able to help somebody with their business today. And if I'm focused on that end product that's going to happen, that makes me excited about going on and doing something that I would normally be afraid to do.
It's funny because I'm actually mostly an extrovert, but I was still nervous too because I think too you worry about like what do people think? Like why does she think like that she should be on there talking Facebook Live? And
Right.
I really realize like as you work through it, if you have content and things that you want to get to people, that it might not be for everyone. So anyone who was thinking like, what is Jennifer doing on there? That my content wasn't for them, but you need to push through so you can help others. Help others with the content, and the things they want to learn. And also, I find you get so much better the more you do it. I think that'll be one of the key things that we encourage people is just to get really consistent with their Facebook Lives, because you get more comfortable. And I think, like you were saying, like at the party, that the more often you go to the party and meet people, the more comfortable you are doing it every time. I really think that's very similar with Facebook Live.
Yep.
Now, so we've been talking a lot lately about our email and our email open rates, and trying to get new email addresses and things like that. And so what you want to take a little bit more about like where our discussions went with that?
Yeah, I mean, we're both like saying, is this getting more difficult for you? The open rates aren't what they used to be. I'm having a more difficult time getting in contact with my customers, and just email is not like it like it used to be when we first started it.
Right. And I think, as we discussed why, like a couple of the reasons, it can be it's really impersonal for the most part. And it's kind of a one-way conversation. People can hit reply to your email, but it's not immediate and things like that. And so we thought maybe that was one of the issues with it. And also, I think, how often of us do we have our email? Some of our businesses' emails are going into the spam folder. Like we don't even know who's seeing our email. And I think that was another big problem. So we kind of have delved into bots, right? We've delved into bots.
Right. And the question that you and I talked about was How often do we look at our messages on Facebook?
All the time.
100%, right? We don't ignore it. If
Right.
it's on our Facebook Messenger, we're going to read it.
Right.
Ding, ding, like, hello, that's huge information right there.
Right.
What if I could connect consistently with my customers or my potential customers on Facebook Messenger?
Right. And the opportunity really exists. And now, so back to the, like, when it dings, we open it. Like, so I think some of the reasons that happens are it's more conversational. It's not like you're getting this long, like 4-page or 4-paragraph email. You're getting a few sentences. You can engage with it if you want, or you can ignore it, and then fresh content will come back the next day. So it's very much more like a human interaction. It's not like me talking at you. It's like what we're doing here, a little bit of conversation, one person, then the other. And that's one of the reasons I think bots are so good for business. Again, it's kind of humanizing your contact with your clients and your customers and things like that.
Exactly. It's kind of like the opposite of what you think a robot or a bot would be, because you would think it would be impersonal, but really it helps our communication become more personal, because we're able to use the messenger bot to find out more information about our customer, to find out where their pain points are, to find out how we can help them, to find out where they are in their process of building their business, to find out what it is we can help them with. We can use that bot to take them like through a process of their own discovery of where they are and what their next steps need to be in the process.
And I think like one of the problems with emails is you can segment it, but it's not that easy to get your email list segmented. And the nice thing with bots is that as you're taking people through this process, it's much easier to segment them. Like, all right, these clients want to hear about my content about Facebook Lives. These clients want to hear about our content about bots. And it's so much easier to segment. And so I'm not just puking information at people that don't want to hear, they can hear exactly what they want to hear, which I think is really a huge benefit about bots also.
Exactly. They can self-select. They can say,
Mm-hmm.
hey, what do you know about Facebook Lives? Let's help me with that. Hey, I'm interested in bots. How can they help my business? So they can self-select, and then we can be super targeted with the information that we give them.
Yeah. And, and if you're not having people self-select around a certain segment of your business, they're not that interested at it. And it really helps what your clients and customers and fans want to hear about.
Right. And where we need to be spending our time and who we need to be spending our time with. So it's the efficiencies of it are just huge.
And the other thing I think people think of bots is just maybe like, because like with email is really about tell your customers and clients what you want them to know about you. There's so much more that you can do with bots, right? Than just telling them about, this is my latest product, or you should know about this. I mean, like, why don't you give a few examples of the other things we can do with bots?
Well, so with a bot, we can teach a course. We can sell our products. We can link them up to accounts where we're selling products. We can, put videos. We can link them to a YouTube channel. Like, there's so many different things we can do with it.
Yeah. We could have like a gallery of our products that they can just stream through. Companies can use it for customer service too.
Right.
If somebody has a problem, they just message a bot. We were talking how businesses could really use it for people to schedule appointments. And it's so simple to do. Mm-hmm. So then let's move into our final thing that we're so excited about, which is voice. And so why are you personally excited about voice, as opposed to just as an additional layer onto video, bots, and then voice? How does that really give you a full complement?
Well, from everything we've been reading, it's the future. Mm-hmm. And we're kind of, people are at different levels of experience with it. Some of them love their Siri, some people don't. Some people use Alexa, some people don't. But, the thought of sitting around the dinner table and finding, asking Alexa where your next vacation should be, what about, Turks and Caicos or whatever. And then she just spills out all this information about it. And then you can ask her to book your flight. Like, the potential of the things that you can do that are fun and that saves time. I mean, I think that's the big factor right there. Like, who of us, instead of even getting our phone out when I'm in the car and punching in an address, how much easier it is to say, Siri, I need directions to, you know, in the address. Like, that's just so much more efficient. And I'll do that just to save those couple of, I'm not saving a lot of time, but I'll still do it to save that time. So that's going to become even more important because we're just going to get busier. We're not going to become less busy. We're going to become more busy. So those efficiencies are so important.
And I think it's really important for local businesses to embrace it too. Because as we've been seeing that you can, like, if you do a Google search or an Amazon search for a local business, if they have a flash briefing on Siri or on Alexa, they're at the top of the list on an Amazon search. So imagine if your business is like, Amazon becomes more and more about searches, and really is, may overtake Google for search. If your business has a flash briefing and you're at the top of who's a good restaurant, Chinese restaurant, and you pop up because you have a flash briefing, that's huge.
It's huge because that's where they're going to go.
Right. Now, some people are concerned, I would think, like, this voice seems difficult. Like, how do you get on a podcast and how do you get on a flash briefing? And I think that's really where we're here to help people too, right? Like, we figured this out. And the other thing I think people, for all of these pieces, maybe like video, bots, voice, like, I've got nothing to say. I'm like, I think that's where we also hope to help people, right? Give them ideas.
Right, because if you have a business, if you are selling a product, you have something to talk about. Because if you don't, you're out of business, right? So you just maybe have never thought about putting it out in a video or putting it on a podcast or putting it out, on an Alexa. You just haven't thought about it. So we're here to remind you to think about it, and not only remind you to think about it, but tell you how you can think about it and what would be the most effective way for you to get that message onto video and onto your podcast and onto an Alexa briefing. We're here to help you with that. And that's our vision and our goal for you and your business.
And I'm really excited. I think that's one of the finer points of our business or something, is like helping people develop content, because I think that's really a big stumbling block to all three. And I think that's something that we really excel in, is helping people, give them ideas of what they can do with their content, what content they should, give them ideas, and then help them to use their content against all those platforms. So
exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. So I'm excited about this year and what we're going to accomplish together as a business and what we're going to help people do. I'm just so excited about it. So
I'm so excited too. I agree with you.
So what kind of ideas and challenges do you have for your business this year? Have you started doing Facebook Lives? Have you started doing Insta stories? Have you, have you built a video presence at all? Are you nervous about it? What frightens you? And what about a bot? Are you interested in that? Do you think it would be cool to put that on your Facebook page? Do you not know how to do it? Do you want help doing it? Like, where are you with all that? And do you like Siri? Do you have an Alexa in your house? Right? Do you even care? All that. Just share with us below, because we can't wait to hear your answers.
I think that is such a great question. Where are you? Because that really helps us know how we can help you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, everyone. We look forward to an exciting year. Delving into video, bots, and voice. It's going to be fun. Bye-bye.